What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our FC26 career mode here with the mighty BORO. Today we have two games in the championship. However, I'm a little bit annoyed because one of them didn't record. That's right. I've already recorded the Pompey game, and then I noticed midway through a little rush game we were recording afterwards between league games, my Elgato app, for some reason, hadn't exported the footage. It just didn't record. It was recording. I clicked stop, and it said 0 kilobytes. Clearly, for whatever reason, it just hadn't picked up anything. And when I stopped recording, nothing appeared in the export folder. So we've lost one of the games, unfortunately, and it was our game away to Pompey. How did that game go? Not as good as we would have hoped. We were actually really poor. We drew 2-2 away at Pompey. Story of the game, basically, was we gave away a really poor opening goal from a defensive point of view. We did get ourselves... we led, actually. Forgive me. We led 1-0 in that game, courtesy of Tommy Conway. They did equalise within a minute or two after we scored. Poor goal from us defensively. Then Callum Lang turned and hit a James Rodriguez-esque volley from the World Cup a few years ago to make it 2-1 to Pompey. And then they missed chance after chance after chance to make it 3-1. Hackney even cleared a header off the line in the second half. David Strelets rescued us in the 88th minute at the very death to draw 2-2. So, we weren't great. We basically somehow got out of Fratton Park with a point when we really didn't deserve one. So it wasn't a great performance. It was a bit of a wake-up call, but we just hung on to our unbeaten record by the skin of our teeth. I then decided to do a little rush tournament to see how the youth players were getting on, and we lost that as well. We lost our first game in the youth academy, 3-1 to Stoke City's academy. They were very, very good. So yeah, you've missed two shockers, if I'm absolutely honest, which probably wouldn't have been good for you to see. And we were taking a little look at how the youth players are getting on, and a few of the potentials have dropped a little bit. Jermaine Draper, sorry, his potential is still high, although it has dropped between 74 and 88. Van Veens has dropped a little bit as well. He might be someone we might look to release at this point. However, Faulkner, 88, still up there. Brooks is still pretty good. Aljani, he's still got a very good potential at up to 91. However, as you can see, Morgan Pearce is still the standout. He is upwards of 79 to 93 potential. So I think, and I was going to say, while I was recording the previous video, after that second rush tournament, we were going to look to promote him to the senior team. I didn't expect us to go out in the first round, but I definitely think it is something we should look to do, because I think, if I recall, youth players can leave. They can get transferred, if possible. That can happen. So I think we might look to bring him in soon. I'm still holding off a little bit to keep him developing, but I think we will bring him in soon, and maybe one of the right-sided players as well. So that draw left us here. We're still third. Norwich had lost only their second game of the season. The draw, though, has put a couple of teams on our back. Sheffield United and Coventry are right behind us, and we now kick off the episode, as it were, with a huge clash at home to Ipswich, who are now outright top of the league by 3 points, 7 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. This will be our toughest test of the season so far, and I just hope for God this is going to record. It says it's recording. I hope it continues to record, and hopefully we can bounce back from a disappointing performance against Portsmouth, despite us getting a point, with a much better performance here, and hopefully a big win too. So this is the team we're going to go with for the game against Ipswich. We are going to bring Sen and Hansen back in. They weren't fit enough to start the Pompey game. You won't be surprised to hear, as soon as we brought them on second half, the game changed. So we are going to start with the pair of them. Strelec, of course, got the goal that saved us at the end of the Pompey game, so we're going to give him a start today. But we are going to have to be at our very best, because the best in the league have come to town.
Manager unafraid of making the big call, as evidenced by the decision to leave a key player out of the starting 11. Risky, you might say, but will he deliver the right result? Ready? And hello from the northeast of England. This is the scene here at the Riverside Stadium. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting next to me with her tactical chart is Sue Smith. And the focus is very much on live action from the Championship. It's Middlesbrough, and they take on Ipswich Town.
Well, I'm sure both managers will have given them their final instructions. Go out and give it their all. Hopefully, that'll be enough for a positive result. I'm looking forward to this one.
A look at the starting 11 for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, it looks like a 5-2-3 system. I'm sure they'll be quite fluid, but when they need to defend at times, there'll be 8 players behind the ball. In attack, it's important that wing-backs and maybe another midfielder get forward to support.
Now then, let's see what the Ipswich lineup looks like, because to say they're not spoilt for choice is an understatement. Chuba Akpom was amongst, well, he was the top goal scorer. I can't see him in their lineup. It's a very good back four. Is he there? He is. He's not playing as the 10 though. He's playing up front. That's such a good team. Such a good team. The bench ain't bad either. This will be the biggest test so far against the best team so far. And really, if they beat us here, they'll go 6 points clear of us at the top of the Championship. That's a gap we don't really want to open up. So this will be the biggest test, Borough against Ipswich Town. Kali Sen already providing that width. It's so incredible how much he changes the team when he's in there. Oh, it's going to drop to Morris early on here. And that's a save from Palmer. First chance comes to us. They're very good on the ball. Just going to have to try and do what we did against Tottenham and Sheffield United and just sit off. Keep a good shape.
Well, someone has found the net in the Coventry City match. Let's get all the information from Alex Scott.
Let's see if they can break us down. Smodix back to Matasiwa. Jaden Philogene. As you can see, we are just having to be very focused off the ball here. Ipswich not afraid to keep popping it round patiently. Can we nick it off them like that, Morris? Or maybe this is a game for a counter-attack with Sonche Hansen. Defended well though by Greaves. Here's Akpom back at the Riverside. His first real touch of the ball. Here he is again. Good defending, Callum Britton. Townsend in behind from the throw-in. Britton blocks the cross and Ipswich have their first corner. Half an hour in, the first real moment for Ipswich in our defensive half. I thought they were going to play it short. They've suckered us in. That's a terrible corner though from Philogene. That's not a very good ball back in either. Jones, oh, doesn't want to lose it there. Hackney can't quite get on the end of it. And it's a goal. And it's very, very similar to what happened at Portsmouth. A defensive error. And we've conceded again. And the best defence in the Championship has conceded 3-2 now. I mean, Hackney, it was a good tackle, run lucky. But it falls to an Ipswich Town player. And what a finish. Well, I thought we'd done enough there, but it fell to Burns, who was in the right place at the right time. And we are behind at home. Well, first half performance can't be much worse, or the second half can't be much worse than the second half. Already, we're breaking down the right-hand side here with Kalisen. Hansen's in. Morris doesn't catch it. Coulda, shoulda, took a touch. Already in the first 2 minutes, though, we've threatened Ipswich's goal more there than what we did in the entire first half. Well, how has he got through there with the ball? Wakpom lays off Jaden Philogene, and we could be in trouble. Big save, Dieng. Big save from Dieng to keep us in this game. He did exactly the same against Portsmouth. Saved a 1v1 when we could have been 3-1 down. We've done really well to force them backwards there, though, in fairness. Yeah, we've done really well. We've pushed them all the way back into their own half. But they still have the ball. Surely this press is... well, I was going to say he's turned away from Sen, and now O'Shea can just run into our half. And here's Philogene, one of the best players at this level. Hackney is there. Now Hansen, look at Sen. Oh, what was that ball? That was terrible from Hansen. Oh, I give up. All he had to do was switch it. Such a terrible pass. Yeah, the fans aren't happy. It's not being great again from us, this. We just cannot get near this Ipswich Town side. Burns is in the box. Oof. Hansen, nice. We're away now. Hansen. He's carried this brilliantly. He's slotted in, Kalisen, and we have scored! What a run from Sonjay Hansen. We've done nothing all game, and in exactly the same minute that David Strelets pulled us out of jail at Pompey, Kalisen has done exactly the same at home to Ipswich. The keeper got a hand to it. That run from Hansen was immense. And we are level. I've not made a substitution yet, unbelievably. I just thought the best chance of us scoring are with the players on the pitch, and it's the two wingers who have once again combined. But the game is not over yet.
I believe changing circumstances in the Birmingham game, Alex Scott. It's a goal for Birmingham City.
Do not rule out Ipswich from winning this yet. Jaden Philogene, he's turned Lenihan. I don't know what you do about that. That turn is just too good. And he sticks it in the top bin. "88 minutes. That is a sucker punch." Well, we're going to do something I've not done yet. Can you manually move players? You can't, can you? That's so annoying. So I've now got to change formation through here just to what am I meant to do? 4-2-4, I think that's what I'm looking for. So I'm now I've got to do that before I can, oh well, thankfully it's put the players in sort of their automatic positions. That's helpful. Yeah, we're going to stick Conway on. And we're going to basically try and play Silvera as a second winger down the left. We got out of jail in the last game. You guys didn't see it. I'm still furious that my Elgato didn't record that. But we should have lost the last game with how many chances Portsmouth had. And unless something miraculous happens... Oh, for God's sake, we've lost it already. Yeah, that was just a tackle out of frustration, really.
Yeah, it's a good decision from the ref. I think he knew that it was coming.
See, the thought process behind this, guys, is that they take the free kick, we counter, we score. That's the thought process behind this. As much as that was just a complete tackle out of frustration. But we need to win the first contact and we need to get it out the box. We have, but we've not won the first rebound. We need to get it out. Sen, now then, how far can he carry us up the pitch? Oh, it doesn't matter, the referees blew the whistle, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is our first defeat in the Championship. No shame in it, coming to the best team in the league, but a devastating way, or a devastating time to concede that late on. But that turn from Philogene was ridiculous. Yeah, not great. 2 games, 4 goals conceded. We lost the rush game as well. And now we've got a game against Sheffield Wednesday to try and bounce back. That drops us down to 4th. Ipswich 6 clear of us now. That's a difficult gap to close up. Norwich have also pulled away to a degree. Yeah, there's the first real setback. Sunderland aren't happy with the lack of game time for Alan Brown. I did miss this, by the way. McLaughlin and Lenihan want to discuss contract extensions. To be fair, it's not going to happen with McLaughlin because he's 38. Darragh Lenihan, though. We submitted a transfer request. Wow, I didn't even notice that. I guess if we went in to negotiate a contract with him, then would he turn it down? Let's have a little look. First little bit of business off the field to do in this career mode. I definitely want to sign Lenihan on, though. So, squad role. I mean, I still think he'll play most weeks, if not every week. Depends what league we're in, I guess. And he's happy with an important role in the squad. A 2-year extension takes him to 33. So that's fine. Now, will he want much of a wage rise given the fact that he is 31? I'm happy to have no clauses in that contract. Now, is he going to put forth a salary or are we going to put forth a salary? It's on us. I will give him a rise. We'll go 21. Signing bonus, I have not played this game in so long with a transfer. Contract negotiation. So I'm out of the loop completely on what a decent signing on bonus would be. Should we try 500k? That's as long as he doesn't walk out. I mean, that's like a year's wage on top of a signing on bonus. And well, there we go. So that was easy. That's arrested one of the potential issues we had with contract negotiations. And players wanting to discuss that. We're not bothered about McLaughlin, as I say, but Lenihan has signed an extension, which keeps him around. Brown, obviously, Sunderland aren't happy with his appearances. We'll monitor that. Luke Ayling is another one who wants to talk about his contract. To be fair, right back, he's decreased under 70. I don't think we're going to be signing Luke Ayling on. I'm going to be honest. Can't see that. Anyway, we need to get ourselves back in business. Two not very good performances. How are we getting offers mid-October? Can someone tell me how that is? We're in mid-October. We're getting transfer offers. Why is that? And why would we send him to Sunderland? That shouldn't be happening. Is that a glitch? Getting transfer offers in. So he was complacent. That might. Well, I don't know if that will have an impact on why the performances have dropped off, but nevertheless, let's bounce back away to a Sheffield Wednesday side that have been struggling and hopefully get back to winning ways. So there's the team. You won't be surprised, there's not too many changes. Conway is in for Strelets. We just keep dipping and diving between the two, to be honest. I wouldn't say either of them have particularly got the shirt. Hansen and Sendo, despite not being 100%, will start. Bangura comes in for Matt Target in the only other change. But we desperately need a good result here. Two performances that have not been up to it. And, our first defeat as well. We need to make sure we don't lose touch from the top two.
Are going to stand out, who will affect the game and who will have the greater desire. It should be a cracking game though.
This is the Sheffield Wednesday lineup.
Well, they're going to play with a front two, which means they have to link up with each other as much as possible. If they do that well, they'll certainly pose a threat. It looks like a 5-3-2, really.
Here's how Middlesbrough line up.
When you see it like that, their central midfield players look a little bit isolated. But I'm expecting the two fullbacks to push up to make it more of a 3-4-3. And I think we'll see a lot of positional rotation in this starting 11.
So the lowest scorers against what was the best defence, it probably isn't anymore. And a team that are struggling towards the bottom, obviously have had a ton of issues off the pitch. Their squad won't be in its best shape. And I think I saw when the league was shown pre-kickoff, we were down to 6th. I'm sure I read that right, which, I mean, if true, is not good, considering we were top of the league only 3 or 4 games ago. So it looks like teams around us have definitely started to pick up points. So this could be the first game where you could honestly say in the career mode, there is a bit of pressure on this. Hansen to Morris.
And on to
Hackney into Conway. Morris has kept his run going here. And Aidan Morris, he's in the box. Good save from Horvath. It was an awkward one. Didn't know whether to finesse it or put power behind that. Morris probably not the best shooter. We do have a corner. Oh, this is set up nicely for Alex Bangura. Low driven shot blocked. Oh, Morris That was a poor pass. And we could be in trouble here. We're a little bit stretched. Just about back into our defence now, and we've defended that well. Well, we know Barry Bannon is good from set pieces, although, well, he's made a meal of that. We've made a meal of the clearance. Give it straight back to them. Bannon always skipped between 2 or 3 Borough players there, and well, Alfie Jones, what an interception that was. Now then, is there a break on here? Valerie is backtracking. He's still backtracking. Hansen has been able to carry it pretty much all the way. Bangura cuts it back to Hackney, and there is the opening goal. And that is a relief. A real relief. Because this hasn't been great again, really. In case of in the way of creating chances. What a ball in between the defenders' legs that is. That's where you want Hackney, arriving late in the box. Good finish. It's not that Sheffield Wednesday have scared us all that much in terms of creating chances, but they've got into some good areas. I think getting the first goal for us is just huge. And 1-0 up just before half time. Oof, well, they've come straight at us there and caused us a little bit of an issue there. Bangura, I mean, there's so much space for us to run into, and I mean, they're just sitting off us. Hansen. Morris! Beautiful finish from the American. And that's his first goal of the season. What a finish. I mean, I just thought there, we're running at them and they're just backing off and backing off. And then Morris with a beautiful... Let's have a look at this again. Lovely. And that will really ease the pressure. I love his render, by the way. 2-goal lead. Now we may as well fill our boots here, because I feel like Sheffield Wednesday are rattled. They're rattled. We're all over them here. Morris. Ooh. We laid that off to Kent Callisen. It could have been 3, but that's the end of the half, and we've finally found a bit of our mojo. And we do go in 2 goals up. Bannon. Oh, could have done with playing that through to Valerie, and I think now because they're pushing so many bodies forward, it might just get worse for Sheffield Wednesday here. Hansen's in the box. Oh, that's a glorious finish. And this is how you bounce back from your first defeat. Hansen is having the run of it here. I mean, what a finish that is, by the way. It dips. Oh, my word. It dips under the bar at the last second. And it's almost like that first goal has just taken all the pressure off, and we're now really in the mood. Feeling like we can fill our boots a little bit here. Although Jamal Lowe, look at this. Oh my God, look at this. Ugbo's in, he's offside. Well, Dieng saved it anyway, which is a pretty impressive save, but he shouldn't be offside there, really. Hansen, Bangura, Whittaker's free at the back post. Hackney keeps it alive. Bangura. Morris to Britton. Whittaker. Oh, it's fallen to Callum Britton. Saved, and there's Morris. And he's got a brace. His first 2 goals of the season have came at once. Just as we were about to bring him off. I mean, it's lucky that it fell to Britton, but Morris was alive to the rebound. What a day for Aidan Morris. Not used to seeing him in the goals, and we are going to make a ton of changes here. Going to bring on a lot of the bench players. Silvera, Lenihan, Brown, Strelets.
So the lead now 4-0 as the game restarts.
And rest some of our key players. Oh my goodness, what a Sheffield Wednesday doing here. Low once again, causing us a few problems. We're a bit slow to react, but good save from Dieng. Brown, Lenihan, lovely 1-2. Alan Brown lets one fly. Well, that is not where you want to head it out to, straight to David Strelets. Brown, that's not a bad ball, and Horvath does well in the end. But it's just been Borough wave after wave in this second half. This has definitely got the Ipswich defeat out of our system. Wednesday have been really poor. And now the boys in red are queuing up here. Good block from Whittaker's cross. Although Lenihan has space, and that's wide. Could have had another Borough player getting his first goal there of the season. But this has been the best reaction we could have hoped for after the Ipswich defeat. Especially when I'm sure I saw us 6th in the league, which is not where we want to be. This will hopefully help us get right back up there, help the goal difference as well, and a clean sheet. The exact result we needed.
Well, it was a very assured performance, wasn't it? I was particularly impressed with their play going forward.
Well, that will do in terms of putting the Ipswich defeat behind us. Wrexham up next. They're not having a very good season at all. Again, we're getting transfer offers, and I'm struggling to understand where these are coming from. Because we're in October. I don't get it. A roll update for Hayden Hackney. Playmaker trait has been added. He's now 75 rated, Hayden Hackney. That is pretty darn good. So some of the boys are coming along very nicely. So let's take a little look then at where that leaves us in the championship table. And yep, we're back up to 3rd. You can see, yeah, without that 3 points, we probably were down in 6th actually. We're only 2 points ahead of Stoke City. Ipswich and Norwich are just unstoppable, really. Especially Ipswich. It's crazy how good they've been. So we need to try and keep up with them. And we can hopefully do that in the next episode. So hopefully you join me then. Once again, guys, huge apologies that the Pompey game didn't record. But it would have been much more miserable having the Pompey and Ipswich games in an episode. At least we've been able to back up the Ipswich defeat with a Sheffield United victory. Wrexham at home up next, who haven't had a good start. Then it's Watford away, who are one of them teams outside the playoffs that we could do with pulling a gap in front of. But I mean, yeah, there's lots and lots of tough games to come. So subscribe if you want to join me throughout the rest of this season and the rest of the career mode, of course. And if you've enjoyed the video, hit a like on the video, subscribe for more, and hit the bell too so you never miss when a video drops. Do take care, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.